In its 17-year lifespan, Call of Duty Zombies has grown from a small hidden game mode to a massive industry gem for Activision. The title has seen tweaks and changes, making the game stray far from its roots at times while keeping the same formula. With changes, Zombies has experienced positivity from the community while also receiving many forms of backlash. This divide has caused many players to stay with older titles or some to stick with newer titles. The goal of this video is to compare both eras and show the ways in which they have changed or stayed the same a long time following, allowing us to answer the question, is classic Zombies better than modern? To find an answer for whether classic Zombies is better, you first have to understand what makes the older games different from modern titles. Older games featuring zombies from World at War to Black Ops 3 had a true sense of story, fear, and attachment. These games created fear because you could not simply find ammo laying around or a kill streak using salvage. Instead, you had to conserve your weapons using a wall weapon scattered throughout the map. These mechanics force players to adapt to their surroundings and learn techniques such as training or meleeing in order to survive through the rounds. With this came a sense of attachment, not only to the game itself, but also to things such as a favorite weapon or a favorite quote from a frustrated character being chased by endless hordes. Along with this attachment came the inclusion of a beautifully unraveled story, told through maps filled with endless loopholes, mysteries, and years of confusion for the community to wonder about each day. Zombies was truly crafted with care and depth, not only in its story but also in its gameplay and fun factor. Countless players experienced the thrill of loading into Kino der Toten for the first time or fighting a Panzer on Origins moments after hearing its dreadful siren. The game was developed with endless replayability and a desire to push players toward achieving greater feats. While the core gameplay has largely stayed the same, it has lacked the same sense of meaning as time has passed. Treyarch designed each map with a clear thought in mind of how the map would play and the emotion intended behind each setting. This care allowed Zombies to stand out from the other titles using its atmosphere alone. Maps such as Mob of the Dead showed true imprisonment with its Alcatraz setting and hellish story of gangsters stuck in a time loop. On the other side of things, maps such as Origins made players never feel alone with details such as planes in the sky or the constant voice of Samantha encouraging Primitive to push on, continue their journey. The immersion in these maps simply brought players to another world and changed the series forever. The difficulty of Zombies played a huge role in the mode's success on each decision made mattered, and could come back to haunt players minutes after. A player could play perfectly the entire game only to be brought down with one mistake and a few swipes. Feats such as round 50 were made easier throughout the game with tools such as a double pack-a-punch, but these strategies still required to learn hitboxes of zombies and where to train on any given map. Knowledge was power at one point, and the skill required to feel zombies' success was something many people earned and cherished. While Zombies was built as a secret, it gathered a large following as early as World at War, and this community was not only to the fans, to developers themselves as they watched their work be praised and held to a high standard. Whether it be from players searching for Easter eggs or enjoying new weapons, the community managed to make the mode feel special. Events such as EE4C, Easter eggs for charity, and the Z House made the game skyrocket and lead to theories and multi-hour long videos of story. This excitement built was enough to push the game into being a core part of Black Ops forever. Unforgettably, the characters of Zombies made the mode so much more memorable. Characters like Primus, Ultimus, Victus became icons and gave meaning to the game with their unique personalities and interactions among each other. People grew close to these crews and were able to build bonds with the game, allowing a more personalized experience. Ultimately, Zombies was much more than just a survival mode. It was an experience that combined challenging gameplay, memorable characters, immersive maps, and a mysterious story into something that felt truly unique. It rewarded players for their dedication, encouraged exploration, and created unforgettable moments they still may remember forever. This era was beloved by the many who played it and showed that with true care, a beautiful product could be made not only by Treyarch, but by the community as a whole. While modern Zombies does keep the formula of endless waves of zombies featuring rounds in between, there are undeniable changes that have been made throughout the series. Although Zombies has become more player friendly and accessible for someone to simply pick up and play, it still does not hide the fact that being easier does not necessarily mean being better. Zombies does have many features that players do enjoy. quest markers, the loadout system, and field upgrades are all additions that many people can agree brought positive changes to the mode and helped refresh the gameplay cycle. Change is necessary for any long-running game, and with every new addition there will always be some backlash. However, alongside the criticism, the game has improved in ways the older titles simply could not. Improvements such as mantling mechanics and smoother sliding helped bring zombies closer to players who were familiar with other modes such as Warzone and multiplayer. Quality of life features such as weapon levels counting toward progression in Warzone and multiplayer also helped improve the experience. Rather than being forced to play multiplayer to level up weapons, players could progress while enjoying zombies and use their preferred weapons from the start of the match. The addition of saving and quitting also allowed for better high round attempts and gave more players more flexibility. When investing time into the mode, a player could simply go in and save and quit when they wanted. They did not have to play the game the entire time. Instead of needing to dedicate several hours uninterrupted, anyone could just progress whenever they wanted, which allowed players to feel more free and give a smooth overall experience. The mode continues to evolve with every new title, and while there have been many improvements, it still shares the same problem as classic zombies, in the sense that no game is perfect. There will always be flaws and disagreements no matter who is telling, and features that some players prefer over others, they can be preferred from none. Despite the changes and improvements made throughout the years, the debate over whether modern zombies or classic zombies is better continues because both eras offer something unique to the community and the developers who made it. With talking about modern zombies though, someone has to ask themselves of the question that modern zombies has changed throughout the years, and it started in 2019 with the implementation of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. This game mode featured things such as Call of Duty Warzone, which changed zombies and the rest of the Call of Duty going on. Zombies less required skill and more required gameplay, allowing maps to be bigger, stronger, and more heavy on a game console. With this, required new wonder weapons, new characters, and the featuring of operators rather than a set crew of characters. Instead of spawning into a map as Richtofen, you could spawn into a map as whoever you choose: Ghostface, Black Noir, Ghost. With this, allowed players to have a freedom in who they wanted to play. This freedom allowing new players to not feel trapped into understanding a story they don't understand. The story of modern zombies was also revamped and changed. Rather than being hidden through secrets or codes, you could see the story unravel through cutscenes, and you didn't have to look for radios or ciphers, as it would be told to you, either through characters or whatever the game wanted you to see. It is simple that Warzone simply changed zombies for what could be better or worse, and the Warzonification of zombies allowed zombies to grow and change itself and not become a recycled mode forever and ever. Black Ops has the integral part of zombies to it, and with new things and features such as Avalon, zombies will continue to grow, as Avalon features a Warzone-ified zombies, similar to Modern Warfare 3 zombies, in which was a mix of DMZ and zombies. So with this, you have to understand that zombies will never be the same as it once was, but it's not best to just hate on the modern day zombies. It is best to accept it and to find the fun in it. There will always be fun in whatever it is, whether it be looking for Easter eggs or playing high rounds or just playing to round 10. Understanding that is key to playing the game, and the only way the game will be good. Both games are great. Some people may prefer older titles, some people may prefer newer titles, but ultimately, you will only have fun when you realize both games are great and amongst themselves. Call of Duty Zombies is a product that continues to grow and improve as time goes on, and with this time allows us to understand that zombies will never truly be in its prime again, whether you see that as the Black Ops 3 era or the Cold War era. Zombies will simply never have another one of those. And with this, it's okay to accept that zombies may not be at its best right now, but it may not have been at its best 10 years ago. And to accept that is to say that classic zombies is not better than modern, but modern zombies is not better than classic. And it is truly up to the person playing the game and how much fun they have, as zombies was a mode built for fun, not built for being better than others. So with this, it's okay to accept something else, that zombies has lost its identity. It has lost its character throughout the years, where it went from a fun and very mysterious filled mode. It has lacked that as of recent for some people.
Yes,
And with that, I do believe that zombies does not have the same character it once was, and has truly lost itself and its meaning. Hello to anyone watching this. I just wanted to say, if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for making it this far. I made this as a project and I enjoyed it so much. It was so much fun to gather the clips and gather every bit of gameplay I have and to make this, because I really do enjoy zombies. And I just want to ask that if you did make it this far, please do give me any recommendations you have, whether it be small or huge. I want to know, because I can't guarantee that I will do more of this and upload another video, but I loved it and I would love to continue doing it, especially if someone gave me ideas. And I want to continue this because I had a good time with it. So any recommendations at all, please give them to me. I'm not gonna beg anyone to subscribe to me because, as I said, can't guarantee, but anything helps. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of this little montage.